Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we're going to have the 2016 DVD collection video. These will be the non-pay-per-view releases from 2016. So before we get into it, take some time, subscribe to the channel, guys. I actually thought this was a pretty good year for the 2016 release. We had some great docs in 2016, some fairly good match comps. Overall, this was a thumbs up year for DVD releases, so make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions, if you would like to see these reviewed on their own, comment down below, guys. Let's get into it with the best pay-per-view matches of 2015. So the best pay-per-view matches of 2015, your standard released for the beginning of the year. Fairly decent cover here with the Kevin Owens, John Cena, Brock, Undertaker. You got the Shield. We had some fairly good pay-per-view matches from this year. Daniel Bryan and all that. I'm not going to run down everything, just going to kind of, give you a quick overview of them all, because there is quite a bit to go through. We did have Sting making his pay-per-view debut at WrestleMania, and 8 hours runtime. Next up, we got the Best of Raw and Smackdown from 2015. Again, lot going on in 2015. We had Seth Rollins as WWE Champion, The New Day. We had John Cena's US Open Challenge. Quite a bit was going on in 2015. We had, Daniel Bryan's few matches he had. So 2015, I thought was pretty good overall. Also in 2016, NXT had its first DVD release. NXT's Greatest Matches Volume 1. We have yet to receive Volume 2, but they did release the top 25 superstars from NXT, from Secret to Sensation. We will have the Best of NXT 2017, so I guess that would be Volume 2. This was an excellent release. It sucks, Canada kind of slacked on the packaging here and just gave us their standard cover here. But I still really liked the cover, the black and gold, and excellent match selection on here. You got quite a bit of matches on here. A lot of classics from NXT between 2012 and 2015. Next up, we would have Straight Outta Dudleyville, the legacy of the Dudley Boyz. In 2016, they released quite a few of these on Blu-ray and on DVD. We did have a few steelbooks released. I wasn't able to get any of them at the time, but I was able to get the Dudley Boyz steelbook recently, which I think these are done fairly well, and it'd be nice to get the rest of them soon. But I did review this one fairly recently. The Dudley Boyz have been announced to be in the Hall of Fame in 2018, so that's a really cool set to have, guys. Next up, we had the U.S. Championship, A Legacy of Greatness. I thought this was a very well done match compilation for the United States Championship. The U.S. title has been, kind of the, one of those mid-card titles that a lot of guys have gone off after over the years. And at one point in time, the United States Championship was, almost as high up as the WCW World title. in the early 80s, the US title was, pretty relevant. So I really like the way they did this here. We got, several different shots, a lot of good matches on here from the Crockett days, the Mid-Atlantic days. Very, very well done. I really recommend that one. Our Nation's Pride, the best of Canadian superstars. To this set, this was a Canadian exclusive here in Canada. Let me know if you guys were able to find this one, because it was a Canadian exclusive. It's a top 10 countdown list. I definitely think this could be done a lot better, but it's definitely mistitled. They say it's the top 10 matches featuring the greatest Canadian superstars of all time. And that's with an asterisk next to it, because it's really the top 10 matches from Canadian superstars over the last, decade or so. And then they do give you, 5 or 6 bonus matches on this too. So this was a decent set. It's definitely mistitled. Let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. Eric Bischoff would get his own DVD with Sports Entertainment's Most Controversial Figure. This was an excellent documentary and several great Eric Bischoff moments from over the years. I thought this was very well done. We got those segments with JBL from whatever JBL show was called a while back. Definitely deserving for Eric Bischoff to have a DVD. We get the trial of Eric Bischoff and Eric Bischoff's top 10 most controversial moments. Very, very well done documentary. They definitely put some effort into this one. Probably my personal favorite from 2016 would be Living on a Razor's Edge, the Scott Hall story. I thought this was an excellent documentary. Well overdue for Scott Hall to get a DVD documentary. Him going into the Hall of Fame a couple years prior to this release. Definitely well deserved. I thought this was an awesome DVD. They did also release this in Steelbook and Blu-ray, so it's definitely good to see Scott Hall doing much better these days, and I was definitely satisfied with the way this DVD turned out. Definitely one of my personal favorites. A lot of great matches from Scott Hall. He was a pivotal figure there in the Monday Night Wars, being the first jump to WCW and forming the NWO and all that stuff. So up next we got the Attitude Era Volume 3 unreleased matches. This was also released on Blu-ray form, and it did come with a mini book here. Doesn't say how many pages on there, but here it is. This is pretty cool here. It's as seen in the WWE's 100 Greatest Matches book. This is actually really cool. And I think the one thing they probably didn't want in here was some of this stuff. Jericho and Benoit, in 2016, WWE wasn't too fond of releasing a lot of Benoit stuff, but I wasn't really satisfied with this DVD release, featuring, just a weird collection of matches. I definitely gave it a second chance and did enjoy it quite a bit, but this was one of those in the middle of the road DVDs where I didn't really enjoy it at first, but I definitely gave it a second chance. Next up, we had the History of the Hardcore Championship 24/7. This would probably be my second favorite or third favorite of 2016. Anytime we talk about the hardcore title, it just brings back, a lot of great matches and memories. I was a fan of the hardcore title, and, we get like, 40 or 50 matches here from the hardcore title. Definitely put a lot of cool stuff into this DVD. One of my favorites from 2016. Eat, Sleep, Conquer, Repeat. The Brock Lesnar match compilation that was released around 2016 here. Definitely wasn't the best match compilation they could have put together. A lot of people, didn't really like this set. I'm one of those people. This is more like a cash grab release where they had, the gloves and all that stuff with it, and, the phony autograph. But I don't know. This definitely could have been replaced with something much better. The true story of the Royal Rumble, also another disappointing release. This could have been, up there with the true story of WrestleMania as being, an all-time great DVD. They definitely slacked on it. I consider this to be, a day in the life type of documentary where they're following superstars around and they're putting clips and different things together to make it all, one documentary. Definitely could have been a lot better. Although I do enjoy the packaging, they have all the past Rumble winners in the back, minus Benoit and a few others, but definitely could have been a much better release. And finally, Randy Orton's RKO out of nowhere. Similar to the Brock Lesnar, match compilation. This one, you could probably pass on. I think this would be rated slightly higher than Lesnar's DVD release. But, again, it's probably one that really wasn't needed. Although I really did enjoy it quite a bit. I think, it could have been a whole lot better, like the last couple of these with Lesnar and the Rumble DVD. But I did enjoy it quite a bit. I've always liked Randy Orton from, his IC title run to becoming the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Something's been off with Randy the past few years. Who knows what it is, but, he's got to, really find that passion inside him, and he could be one of the all-time best ever, if he really puts his passion into it like he once did. So there we have it, guys. The 2016 WWE DVD collection. These are the non-pay-per-view releases. Let me know if you were able to get all of these in your collection. I know Our Nation's Pride was a Canadian exclusive, so that one you might have to grab on Amazon or on eBay or something like that. But for the most part, 2016 had a lot of good to great releases. I really enjoyed most of these, and, I had a lot of fun watching a lot of these. So take some time, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a video like this for the 2017 releases. Take some time and subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you later. Peace.